you queer cats are tone setters. The same reason my main legion of chrome wetters. With long cheddar, mixed with lines written. No time slipping when we rhyme spitting. Divine mission since the house days. G.A. Grandma left DJ Tam to outrage. The South stays about that Beretta clapping. Lines balanced with
King of the Dot Grand Prix. You feel me? They had a tournament this past weekend. It was Sunday. They actually had the face-off Saturday, which I missed. But Sunday was the big day. They had the tournament. Now, it was the Western bracket, right? They had Lush One hosting. The judges, I'm not familiar with the judges. I'm only familiar with one, and that's Kados. And even him, I only know from like seeing his stuff on Twitter. I haven't like watched his blog, so I'm not hip to how credible he might actually be. I watched. Here's the thing. I only caught two of the battles, right? I watched Saint versus RX. I was just in time for that. Like literally, I had just finished eating, and then I turned my Twitch on, and that battle was starting up. So I caught that battle. Cool battle. RX could have been way better. She just wasn't fully prepared. You know, she had a couple of spots where she had one spot where she choked, a couple of other spots where she was like stumbling and shit. It was a clear 3-0 for Saint. Like, it was nothing to debate in that battle. Like, RX just wasn't ready. She had a couple of, you know, dope bars here and there, but Saint was just on her, just wilding. Like, he bring that young nigga energy, just, you know, going crazy. Some people even saying they want to see Saint versus Chess. That would be a hell of a matchup, but I do feel like Saint might just need to get a little bit more experience, because I did feel like there was a couple of places he could have tightened up just in terms of like his delivery and everything. But I do think down the line, him and Chess would be a dope matchup to happen. So, you know, but he won that battle in my book, like 3-0. I'm pretty sure. The judges gave it to him, and that was the first one I caught. And then I happened to catch the main event. Man, oh man, the main event, the battle that everybody is talking about, the battle where judging is just so controversial. Dizaster versus Frak. Oh my God. Now, it was a good battle, right? It was a good battle. Me personally, I had Frak with the Gentleman's 30. The first round, Diz was cool the first round. I felt like Diz was doing like, he was rapping, but he wasn't really saying much. Like, he had probably like one or two good moments in the first, whereas Frak was going off like the entire first round. You understand what I'm saying? One of the things is like they contrast when you watch the battle. So when I say contrast, is like Diz is loud, he's aggressive, he's flowing, he just goes and doesn't really stop too much. Whereas Frak is like the complete opposite. He's laid back. He doesn't have aggression. He does have decent delivery, which I still think he needs to improve on, but he still had better material. You understand? Like, he still had better punches. He even had some haymakers in there that people didn't react to, that I was like, what? Y'all didn't catch? Like, it was a whole bunch of shit that I felt like people wasn't catching, but I gave him the first round. If you want to say edge or whatever, I personally felt the first round was clear. I thought the first round was clear. I rock with this heavy, but I just didn't feel like he really did nothing in the first. Like, his first was just like, this is okay. But what Frak did for me just overpowered the first. You feel me? Second round. Clear as day for me. Clear as day. Frak got Diz out of there at that second round. That whole shit with the paper, legendary. Immediately. Like, that's in the books. One of the greatest joints ever. You understand? Like, pulling out the graph. I bought the paper to show you a graph. I pulled out another one because I knew you were ripping in half. Like, that was retarded. That was incredible. And then the funny thing is, I'm hearing he had a third one just in case. Like, yo, how do you not comment that right there? Yeah. That's very witty. When it comes down to props, right? It's effective because even though it's a prop, it's really just a piece of paper. It's still rapping involved because you have to say the whole, I bought it on the paper. I showed you a graph. Suppose he didn't rip it. Then it's like, what was going to be your next bar after that? But the fact that Diz went for the bait and then you was able to pull the paper out and still say, I bought another one because I knew you were ripping it in half. Like, that was incredible. That took skill to pull off. And I would ask Frak, like, if Diz would have ripped up the second one, what would have been the bar for the third? Like, I would have wanted to know that. You feel what I'm saying? So, that was a GOAT moment from Frak. Like, Frak could really, like, chill and just sit down for a while and just, like, relish in having one of this year's top battle rap moments. Like, that to me is damn near on the level of, like the John Jack Boy. Like, it's up there. It's up there. You feel what I'm saying? So, that's definitely a highlight for 2020. Second round. This second round was actually good. I forgot to mention that. I thought his second round was better than his first. Like, way better than his first. You understand? But to me, it just still wasn't enough. And then Frak, to me, clearly got the third round. You understand? So I don't get how the judges voted against that. Like, that makes no sense to me. You feel me? And it's crazy because we just went through our own situation. If y'all seen one of my previous lives, I spoke on it, the Trap vs. We Go Hard Unity event, where Knowledge to God and NHB Mills, they voted for presidential dubs over Nice, and Nice clearly beat him. You understand? Like, everybody I was talking to that was at the event, literally everybody else said Nice beat presidential dubs, but Knowledge and Mills, decided to vote against. And it's like, I think it just brings into question people's judging abilities, because this is the thing, right? We can always go to the conversation of, how did niggas agree to these judges? How did these judges get picked, et cetera, et cetera? For me, I look at it like this. I feel like when you bring certain battlers to the table, right, all they're going to do is expose the judges. Because if a battler clearly wins the battle and the judges pick otherwise, that's going to fall on the judges. Like, that's who's going to get the brunt of the bullshit, because it's just like, forget the league, forget the host, forget everybody else there. It comes down to the decision of the judges. So when you have a guy like Frak, who clearly beats Diz, and people are going against that, like, you have to have the judges explain. When judges explain and they're not making any bit of sense. Now, I know they were trying to say, like, battles in the building are completely different from watching battles at home. While that is true, the decision shouldn't, like, it shouldn't be too big of a difference when it comes to judging. It just shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be different, because when you're judging, you have to pay more attention to skill set. You have to pay more attention to content and everything that's surrounded. You have to pay attention to the aggression. You have to pay attention to the preparedness and all of these different things. So even if, right, let's say your decision does go against what the public is saying, the public at home, it should still be a way to where when you explain your decision, the people understand it. And if they don't understand it, then I feel like there's an issue there. Because while, like I said, I've seen battles in person, right? Only a few. And might have felt different when I watched it on camera. But at the same time, it's not vastly different. Like, there might have been a round or certain segments that, like, I didn't catch in the building, and then when I caught it on cam, it's like, okay, it might sway a little bit different, but it's never been an entire battle. Like, you can't go from Diz 2-1 or 3-0 in the building to Frak 3-0. You can't do that. It doesn't make sense for me. There's no way logically you can make it make sense, even with the contrast of watching the battle in the building and watching the battle at home. I can't get that. You understand what I'm saying? So, that was definitely a bad call on the judge's part. I watched Organik's live on Twitch today. He wanted to address all the controversy and everything. He decided that he's still going to keep the decision, which I can't be mad at. You understand? He also said he's not going to overturn it because what happens later down the line? You understand, when other situations are happening where judges make calls that, the people feel like might not be good, and then you get home, you thinking you won the battle, and then Organik is home the next day saying, hey, I have to overturn the decision. Like, imagine this would have to happen at multiple instances throughout the tournament. So the only thing you can really do as a league owner is work to try to make it improve on the next time. You understand? So that's what Organik said he's going to be doing. He has a list. He has like a list of criteria for the judges that the judges should abide by when judging the battle. And also, the judges are going to be ranked in terms of how their judging was. So it's like after they judge the battle and they give their explanations, the fans get to judge how they felt the judges were in their explanation for what they picked. So, I think that's really a good idea, because not only do you get to filter out like who's a good judge and a bad judge, but you get to hear this from the fans. Like, in their response to the judges, it's going to be like a 2K rating, damn near. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the fans are going to be able to vote and let King of the Dot know, yo, this is who we feeling as a judge, this is who we not feeling. And I do think they should break it down into certain categories, like, hey, did this judge show biasness? Does this judge show knowledge of content? Do they show knowledge of battle rap? Because remember, battle rap is not all bars. And we got to stop that. Battle rap is not just bars. It's also performance. It's also preparation, comfortability. Because there's times where I see battlers on stage, they got their eyes closed, like they're just trying their hardest to remember their material. And that, to me, is a sign of lack of preparation. You know what I mean? Like, even if you don't choke or stumble through it, it still shows that you're not comfortable with your material. You understand what I'm saying? So I think even that should be a factor, like in certain battles. But, that's one of the things we decide to give a pass, because we like, yo, we just happy if you got through your shit, clean and, shit like that. But, it's a lot more things that people should be looking at when they're judging these battles. So, shout out to Organik. I'm saying, if y'all need a judge for the East Coast division, I'm here. You understand what I'm saying? So, shout out to Poison Pen. If you happen to see this, holla at your boy, man. You feel me? I get y'all right when y'all do the East Coast judging and everything. But Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this being a dope tournament. You know, it's still a lot more dope battles to look forward to. You know, you got the Marv one engaged that I feel like is gonna be a fire one. You got the Oops and Clone that I think is gonna be incredible. They said the South is going. I believe they said the South is going this weekend coming up. That's D-Rex division. So you know, let's just see how it goes, man. Let's just see how it goes from here. But you know, I ain't want to keep y'all long. Just wanted to come on and address those, you know, a couple of situations. And yeah, man, that's really what I came to talk about. So I'll holler at y'all soon, man. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I know it's getting cold out there, so go to NoMercyTV.com. Go to my merch tab and get you a No Mercy TV hoodie, and you know, support the brand, man. We got a whole bunch of clothing and stuff up there. We still got the bandanas. We got a little bit of everything up there. So who knows? I might even throw a discount on the hoodie. So you know, be on the lookout, man. Stay tuned to the website. Also shop.spreadshirt.com/NoMercyTV or something like that, and you know, I'll come up. So you know, that's really all I came to talk to y'all about. So I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all supporting. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com.